Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another brand new Division video. In today's video, we're going to be comparing two weapons. Once again, they are going to be indeed submachine guns. As you guys can see by now, it is the Navy MP5 alongside comparison with the Vector 45. Now, I will say right now, there are differences with these weapons, just like every single other weapon comparison video has differences. But once again, there are also similarities with these two weapons as well. Obviously, considering the fact that they're both submachine guns or SMGs, however you want to categorize them, they're both going to have similarities, and you know, the damages are going to be pretty similar for the most part, just because of the fact that they are actually both indeed submachine guns. Now, I'm going off the standpoint of straight up PvP action for these two weapons, comparing wise whether or not you're using these weapons in the Dark Zone or you're using them in the Last Stand. That is what I'm going to be basing these two weapons on, and giving you guys cold hard facts and I guess my basic opinion what weapon I would choose at the end of the video to be using in Last Stand or the Dark Zone. So, getting right in the video, we're going to start right as fast as we can. Obviously, critical hit chance is going to be fluctuating with these weapons. You might get a little bit higher, as well as the rolls and attachments. That's why I took all the attachments off it. The rolls don't really matter for this video because everyone's going to have different talents and whatnot on their weapons. So I'm just going to leave that out of this video. Obviously, some people are going to want certain rolls on their weapons depending on what kind of build they might have. So that's going to differentiate for you guys depending on what you guys run, how you guys play, what your guys' play style is. You know, if you're a slower player, if you're more of a rushy player, that's going to differentiate with these two weapons and based upon the person as well. So getting right into it, we're going to start with the magazine size first. Now, this is a really big factor on maybe deciding for a person whether or not they're going to use the MP5 over the Vector or the Vector over the MP5, just because of the fact that the magazine size is +7 for the MP5 comparing it to the Vector 45. With a magazine size, you know, of 111% or 110%, especially with the changes to where it's going to be going up even higher than 111%, that is a pretty big change with these two weapons. You know, that might be a difference between 13 to 14 bullets in a magazine with these two weapons. So that might be a big factor on why you guys might choose the MP5 over the Vector. Also, the fire rate is 50 higher, so +50 margin for the MP5 over the Vector 45 as well. But you guys will notice the damage per bullet is going to be just a tad bit lower, than the Vector 45, simply because of the fact that it has that higher fire rate. So that means you're going to be doing a little bit less damage than shooting a little bit slower and doing more damage, if that makes sense to you guys. Now, going on to the basic facts you guys can see right here when you're comparing these two weapons. The MP5 does have a little bit better accuracy over the Vector 45 if you guys have ever used both these weapons as well. There's not really a big change with the reload speed, but you guys can see right here that it is just a little bit slower on the MP5 comparing it to the Vector. It's not a big change, but there is a little bit. Alongside with the range as well, the MP5 does have a little bit of range, and you guys can definitely tell that with the stats that I'll be showing you guys here in a minute as well. And then lastly, the stability. That's like basically how fast you can move from side to side. The MP5 is just a little bit better in this category over the Vector 45 as well. Now, we're going to go and do some shooting tests for you guys. I guess this is the best way to show the stats for you guys. We're going to do the MP5 first, and then we'll go to the Vector. So I'll just throw a grenade so you guys can see. It's basically 5 meters. This is 5 meters. And then we'll go to the second range. If you guys see it, this is basically 20 meters, so it's a 5 meter, right? This is 20 meters, and then the first one I'll show you guys is the 5 meters. We're going to do 5 and 20. I'll do headshots for the damage, and I'll do the chest for you guys to see basically what the damage is going to be when both the weapons are compared side by side. So we're going to do the MP5 first for the headshots, and then we'll switch over to the Vector 5. So as you guys see, 26k to 33k is basically what you're going to be getting with these. Now, once again, I'll just say this so you guys, it's going to be obvious, I know, for some of you guys, but consider the fact that it's 5 meters, and both these weapons are very similar. The damages are just going to be almost identical with this 5 meter range, so I just want to throw that out there for you guys. And then for the Vector, 28 to 33k, so it's just a little bit difference of a higher damage for the Vector, just because of the fact that it has just a little bit higher base damage for a bullet per bullet shot damage, I guess you can say. Obviously that slower fire rate is going to have a little bit more damage compared to the MP5 with the higher fire rate, and the little bit lower damage compared to the or the Vector 45. So go back to MP5. A chest shot. This is the reason why I'm showing chest shot is because probably 85 to 95% of your shots are going to be in the chest. There's no way you're hitting a headshot every single time consistently over and over again, other than maybe if you're using a shotgun or a bolt action sniper rifle or some type of marksman rifle. So chest shot with the MP5. See, a 16 to 23k is what you're going to be getting, and then going over to the Vector, 19 to 20. Okay, so for both these, it's basically a 2 to 3k difference for damage for the 5-meter range, which is going to be going to the Vector 45 for the plus side, I guess you can say. So going back to MP5, I know this isn't going to be ideal. You're not going to be getting headshots from this far, but I just want to show you guys the difference. And I also want to let you guys know, if you guys can see this, I'll say it so you guys might not be able to see the numbers in the background when they pop up, so I'll tell you guys them as well. If you guys didn't see that, that's a 29k, and that's a 23k. That's for the MP5, so 23 to 29k for a headshot. If you guys can't see it, that's a 22, 22, 22. Give me a headshot. There you go, 22 to 26. So once again, remember at the beginning of the video, I told you guys that the MP5 has a little bit higher range than the Vector 45. So obviously this gun is going to actually be excelling over the Vector at a long range. So going back to the headshot, or to the chest shot, we have 14k. You guys might not be able to see that because it blends to the background really well, but 14k right here to 20k is what you're going to be getting for a chest shot. That's what you're going to be landing most of the time anyways, 14 to 21k. Going on to the Vector, you have 15k to 19k. So once again, if you're putting this into a perspective of straight up bullet per bullet damage rate wise, the Vector 45 is going to excel just a little bit, just a tad bit over the MP5 at a 5-meter range, which was this one that I showed you guys. And going to a 20-meter range, the MP5 is going to 100% excel over the Vector 45. So you guys were probably wondering which weapon I'm actually going to be choosing. Now going back to showing you guys these two weapons right quick. Now obviously I showed you guys a lot of stats. I showed you guys a per damage bullet, I guess you can call it. I don't know how to really say it or explain it to you guys. Per bullet damage, I guess is how you'd say it. Per bullet damage, the MP5 is actually probably going to be better for you at a longer range, obviously, but the Vector is going to be just a little bit better, just a little bit better. They're almost equal at close range for a 5-meter range. But when you're looking at these in-depth stats with the accuracy, the range, the stability, the magazine size, the fire rate, that is all on the plus side for the MP5. And the Vector 45 really only has the reload speed and the base damage over the MP5, which is the reason why I'm going to be choosing the MP5 over the Vector for this video. I hope you guys can agree with me. If you guys don't, I'd like to see your guys' facts on why you guys might choose the Vector over the MP5. I gave as much stats as I possibly could. Like I said before in previous videos, I've been looking for websites that show just straight up cold hard facts, like as much stuff as I can possibly find, but they're just not out there, at least not updated ones for us. And I'm not going to go based off of old updates, so that's the reason why I haven't been, giving as much stats as I possibly could. I mean, for me personally, as much as I can find, I am, but based off of maybe other websites, I'm not going to use it because it's not updated, if you guys understand where I'm coming from. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, make sure you guys drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Comment down below which weapon you guys chose in this comparison. And also, once again, if you guys are trying to play with me, I need people to grind with. I always need people to play PvP game modes with, Last Stand, Dark, anything PvP, grinding, HVT'S, missions, anything like that. Make sure you guys check the comments down below. The very first comment will be the link to my Discord. You guys can click on that and I'll send you guys to my chat. You guys can talk with me, you guys can grind with me, play with me, and yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching, guys.